that was about. Okay, let's get started. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we're going to start off with my favorite, some knee side to sides. So onto your back, we're going to place our arms out to the side. We're going to bring our ankles together and our knees together. And then we're just going to gently rock our knees from side to side. And we're going to do 10 in total. I'm going to count you through them to give you the pace at which we're going to do that. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, next up we're going to lie on our stomach. Our arms are going to be out to the side, so in the form of a cross. Then we're going to try and bring our left foot to our right hand. Okay? Trying to keep the shoulders as close to the floor as you can. And then we're going to rotate to the other side. Okay? Then again, we're going to do 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. From here, we're going to do what they call triangles. So we're going to stand up. We're going to place your feet apart to form a triangle. And then we are going to place our one hand in the middle of our legs on the floor. So if you have tight hamstrings, then widen your step. Okay? One arm up at the top. And then we're going to switch. Okay? So we're literally going to go from side to side. And we are going to do 10 of these in total. Okay? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Sticking to the thoracic. I'm spending a lot of time on the thoracic because we're sitting so much. We're going to go in our quadruped position, or quadruped position. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And now we're going to do thoracic rotations. We're going to start off by taking our left hand, sticking it through our body, underneath our body, and gliding it across the floor. And then we're going to rotate open and squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to switch. We're going to slide our hand along the floor and then rotate and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Okay? We are going to do 10 in total. Okay? So let's go. 1, alternating. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, And our last one, 10. Okay, now we've twisted everything in the spine. Now we're just going to open it up a little bit. We're going to do this in the form of a cat-cows with a wrist stretch. So that just means normally we'd be in our quadruped position and then our fingers would be pointing forward. But by flipping it around and having our fingers point towards our knees, we're combining it with a wrist stretch. So we're going to do 10. We're going to first start by going into our cow. So stomach towards the floor, chest up, head up. And then we're going to go into our cat. So we're pulling in our stomach, pulling our shoulder blades apart. Okay, so we're going to do 10. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. Focus on squeezing those shoulder blades together and then pulling them apart as much as you can. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. And 10. Okay. Next up, we are going to do my other favorite stretch, swimmers. So lying on our stomachs, we are going to start off with both our hands on the top of our back, as high up along the back as we can, keeping those elbows as high as we can. We're going to rotate them open. When we get here, that's going to be 5 seconds. When we get here, that's the other 5, so that's 10, 15, and 20. The whole time trying to get your elbows, your hands, and your arms as far off the ground as you can. Okay, so 3 20-second swimmers, and in between each swimmer, we're going to take a little break of 5 seconds or so just to catch our breath. Okay, so arms on the back, try and keep the lower body relaxed, forehead just above the floor. Here we go. That's 5. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, that's 1. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, catch our breath. Okay, last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Those always tire me out. Okay. I'm going to focus a little bit on the shoulders themselves. We are going to do 10 single arm down dog holds. So we're going to go into our down dog position. And then we are going to lift up our one hand, place it behind our knee. So if we lift up our right hand, we're placing it behind our left knee. And then we're going to pull our chest towards our knee. Trying to get your head as far across from your arm as you, or as far through your arm as you can. and then we're going to switch. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of those. Okay, and there's 1, switching, 2, switching. Oh, guys, if you have tight hamstrings, then you can bend your knees a little bit. Okay, we're not stretching out the hamstrings now. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Okay, now that we've taken care of the shoulders and of the thoracic, now we're going to work a little bit on the back, the lower back, and the glutes, and stretching out the hip flexors. So we're going to do that by lying. We're going to do bridges. Okay, I'm giving it one heck of an introduction, but we're just doing bridges. So you're going to be lying on your back with your feet close to your butt, arms out to the side, and we're going to drive our hips towards the ceiling and then hold it there for 3 seconds. Okay, and we're going to do 10 of these. So we're on our butt, on our back, we're driving our hips up, and we're squeezing our butt, and we're holding it for 3 seconds. Then we're going to come back down again. We're doing 10 of these. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, down, up. 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 Really focus on squeezing that butt, guys. And 3, and down, up. 1, 2, 3, down, and up. 1, 2, 3, down, up. 1, 2, 3, down, up. 1, 2, 3. 2 more to go. Down, up. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Down and up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Next up, we are going to go into a 90-90 position. So we are going to sit and have our front leg be 90 degrees, or our front knee, sorry, and then our back knee also being 90 degrees. Okay. Then we are going to rotate all the way away from our legs. Okay, so you can do a 90-90, you can bend this way, you can bend that way, but you can also rotate and bend all the way to the side. So I'm just going to turn a little bit. Okay, and then we are going to do 5 bends in this direction. So it's going to look like this. Okay, you want to get as close to the floor as you can whilst keeping the knees on the floor. Okay, so let's do 5 of these. That's 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Next, we're going to turn and we're going to face the knee, our front leg, and then we're going to do 5 bends in this direction. Again, keeping a proud chest. Don't roll the shoulders, proud chest. 1, 2, 3. You should be feeling a pull on the inside of the leg, the front leg. That's 4. 1 more. and 5. And now for the most difficult one of the 3, we're going to turn our chest so that we can work towards the side leg now. Okay, again 5, and again proud chest. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, and 5. Okay, we're going to switch our 90s around. Okay, so even just sitting in this position, I can already feel the difference of mobility between, or flexibility between the 2 hips. Okay, so we're first going to start on the easy one. So we're going to do 5, again proud chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to rotate. Now we're going to work towards our front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now to the side leg. Going to do 5 again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Honestly, on this side, it doesn't even feel like I'm doing anything in stretching. It just feels like I'm stuck. Okay. Next up, we're going to go into bootstrap squats. So, going to go into a squat position. You're going to place your fingers underneath your toes, and you're going to sit in the squat. When we are in the bottom of the squat, we're going to use our elbows to drive our knees open a bit. At the same time, we're pressing our hips forward and our chest up. So knees out, hips forward, chest up in the bottom, and then the top part, we're standing up, we're keeping our fingers underneath our toes, and we're stretching out our hamstrings. Okay, and we're going to do 10 of these. Okay, so in the bottom, we're going to hold it for 2 seconds, and at the top, we're going to hold it for 2 seconds. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, number 3, 1, 2, hips forward, chest up, knees out, and back up. 1, 2, that's 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, that's 5. Halfway. 1, 2, 1, 2, that's 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, that's 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, that's 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, that's 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, that is 10. Okay. Next up, we're going to do foxtail stretch. So for the foxtail, you're going to bend your one leg and place your foot right underneath your body. Your other leg is going to come out to the side. Okay. We're going to do 2 types of stretches. The one, we're going to keep our foot pointed. And then for the other one, we're going to roll over onto our heel. Okay. First up, we're starting with the pointed toe. We're going to do 5 foxtail rockbacks. So we're staying in this position, then we're using our arms and we're pressing away from the floor. You can also put your hand to the side, you don't fall over. And then you're going to rock back as far as you can. And now I'm feeling a pulling sensation on the inside of my leg here. Okay, so we're going to do 5 of these with a pointed toe. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to roll onto our heel. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. Now the tension moves a little bit more towards the back of the leg. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I'm going to switch to the other side. Starting again with our toes on the toe position. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to roll onto our heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. Okay. Give me a second. Grab my timer. Next up, we're going to do a lizard stretch. Okay. So for the lizard stretch, you're going to go into, just move this way, into a lunge. So with the pigeon stretch, you're going to put your foot down on the floor like this, right? Okay. But for the lizard, we want to keep the foot on the floor. We're going to try and get our elbows to the floor. And at the same time, we're driving this knee to the outside, okay? So it's going to look like this. Okay. If you can get your elbows, that's good. If you can get to one elbow, that's fine. If you can only get down into like a crouching position, that's also fine. Doesn't matter. Just remember to keep driving this leg out as well. And we're going to hold this for 45 seconds. Okay, let's go. Try and still keep that proud chest. So don't just roll the spine or round the spine. That's 30 seconds, so another 15. So if you have tight hip flexors like I do, you'll also feel it on this back leg. The longer I hold this pose, this position, the more I can feel the hip flexor stretching out as well. Let's hold it for another 10 seconds, then that's a full minute. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to switch sides. Okay, I'm getting into that lizard position. And let's go. Remember, knee keeps going to the outside. Try not to roll the foot, keep the foot flat. That's halfway. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next up we're going to do the twisted cross. So for the twisted cross, we're going to lie on our stomach. We're going to place our arms out to the side in a cross formation. Then we're going to bring our left hand and place it underneath our left shoulder. Then we're going to take our left leg and throw it over our right leg. And then we're going to use this arm and we're going to actively press if you need to. For some, this is already a stretch. But if you're not feeling a good stretch, you can also press away, okay? And then we're going to hold that for 45 seconds. Let's go. Another 15 seconds. Three, two, one. Gently roll out of it. We're going to switch sides. Going in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Fifteen seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next up, we're going to go into our backs. We're going to hold a supine figure 4. Okay, so just on our backs, you're going to place your right foot on your left knee. Then you're going to put your hands through and grab your left leg behind the knee. Okay, then I'm just going to turn around so that you can see. Then I'm going to use this elbow and drive it against that knee while pulling that way with my hands. So I'm pulling my left knee towards me and I'm pressing my right knee away from me with my elbow. Okay. The worst thing here that happens is that your neck really tenses up. So try, if you can, just let your head fall back and let your head be completely on the floor, okay? So that you don't tense up your neck. And then we're going to hold it for 45 seconds, okay? So I'm going to give everybody 5 seconds to get into position. And then we're going to go. 3, 2, 1, go. So you're pulling and you're pushing. Pulling with your hand, driving away with your elbow. 15 seconds. And that's time. We're going to switch sides. Again for 45 seconds. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next up, we're going to do a couch stretch, which is kind of nice because I have a couch right here. So finally, the name makes sense. You want a hard surface behind you. If you are stuck, if you don't have a wall close to you, wait, what am I saying? This is the Netherlands. There's always walls close to you. Okay, never mind. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to go onto one knee, okay? Then you're going to place your foot behind you against the wall. In this case, you can also put it on a little table or a couch, whatever. The idea is that the heel, I'll show you from this side as well, that the heel should be in line with the butt, okay? So from here, the leg isn't out there, okay? It's in line with the butt. So if I'm looking at you from the front, I should not be seeing your foot, okay? Then from this position, you should probably already feel a little bit of a stretch, although we have already stretched out the hip flexors, a little bit of the quads. If you do not feel a stretch, you're going to squeeze your butt. If you squeeze your butt, you're driving your hips forward, right? And then that creates a stretch. And then we're going to hold this for 45 seconds. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get into position. And then we are going to go in 3, 2, 1. Try and pull in your stomach at the same time. So you're pulling in your stomach and you're squeezing your butt, okay? If you only squeeze your butt, then you're going to arch, okay? We don't want that. If you arch, it means that your hip flexor is relaxing a little or you're giving it a leeway, and we don't want that. We want the hips locked. That's 30 seconds. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. Give you 5 seconds to get into position. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Squeeze the butt, pull in the stomach, proud chest. Another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. Okay, guys, so next up we're going to stretch out the ankles and then we are going to go into our squat hold. So for the ankle stretch, I prefer to be on a harder surface. I'm going to be on the carpet, not on the mat. And today we're just going to do a narrow stance squat. Okay, so if you have tight ankles and getting into this position is hard for you, if you want to fall over, then grab onto something. If you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell lying around, or the side of a couch or table, chair, whatever, just something to help you keep your balance. And then what we're going to do when we're in this position, in this bottom position, we are going to roll around. So we're going to try and push our knees over our toes. We're going to rock our knees from side to side. We're literally just stretching out the knee, the ankle in this bottom position, in this hold position. Ideally, you want to be able to rock forward and then come upright, rock forward, then rock a little bit to the side, a little bit to the other side. whatever you want to do, whatever you feel you need to do, wherever you feel the sticky parts in that ankle, we're going to rock it out, okay? So let's go. We're going to do it for 45 seconds. Another 30 seconds. Five more seconds. And relax. Okay. Next up, we're just going to sit on our haunches like this. So with your feet together. So feet together. You're just going to lean back. So I want you guys to do me a favor. I'm actually running a little test. So after we've finished with our squat hold, I'm going to ask you guys two things. One, are you able to sit back without your knees lifting off the floor? And two, is your foot in full flexion here, or can you stick your hand in underneath it? So I guess I'm asking either your knees will come up off the floor, or you're maybe only able to go down to here and no more. Okay, so note where you are at. I'm going to ask you after the squat what your position was. Okay, so going to finish in our squat hold, but we're going to do the same that we did on when was that now? Wednesday morning. So we're just going to do an Asian squat hold, so not an active squat. So just to show you difference, active squat, okay, Asian squat, all the way to the bottom. So it's almost like our narrow squat hold that we just did for our ankles, but now our feet are in a normal squat position, and we're just sitting down as to the grass, all the way down into that bottom position. And we're going to stay in this position for 2 minutes. Feel free to rock around, forward, backwards, open those knees up, whatever you want to. We're basically just stretching out the hips a little bit more, okay? So, I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds to get into your squat hold, and then we're going to start. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Already feeling it in my shins. Usually it helps when you rock around a little bit to release a little bit of tension. I did a lot of double unders today. Maybe that's why I'm feeling it in my shins. If you feel the need to stand up and shake out the legs and get back into squat, you can do that as well. That's 1 minute. Okay, another 30 seconds. Almost done. Fifteen seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax.